Come down to London town, watch the people there, rushing round and round with no time to spare. Look around for someone, try to run a living if you can. If you're strong, can't go wrong. Ba-da-ba-doo-da-da-da-ba-doo-da-da.
Are here again. The skies above are clear again. So let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
The polarity of one's basic drives is not simply choosing either good or evil. The real choice lies between the demands of the categorical imperative and pure behavioural spontaneity.
Why are you so depressed? You've made love?
We could go to the NFT. Dietrich retrospective.
Have you booked?
Mamoulian, Boleslavsky, Jacques Fader. They all tried.
Well, you haven't booked.
But von Sternberg knocked them all into a cocked hat. Despite the fact that it's the apotheosis of kitsch. Or possibly because of it. You know what kitsch means, Jenny? You don't even know von Sternberg, do you?
I know I'm not standing outside the National Film Theatre in the rain.
Most people have this inner drive to split themselves. Not into separate halves, but into separate wholes, which can't possibly work by definition.
You could go over to the Roundhouse.
Coming up for a decision time, right, Jenny?
Oh, you don't have to pretend, darling.
Pretend?
Well, I know you're not seriously thinking of leaving her.
That's our thinking, Jenny. This runs on two different rails.
I don't mind, you know. Really, I don't.
Exactly. You're not emotionally committed to me. You never were. The whole root of the trouble. I'll stick another record on, love. Just burden you with my despair. What kind of relationship is that?
I think I love you.
It means you don't.
Harry Roy, Jack Payne, Nat Ganella. I have love for you.
See, it only works for me after I've projected all my despair into you and you're down. Oh, look it up in What's on Love. It may even be Shanghai Express or Blonde Venus. Blonde Venus is fantastic.
Gordon, look!
Marlene in a gorilla skin.
The most super car's just drawn up.
A whole chorus line of gorillas, then off come the skins.
It's a white Mercedes.
Anybody who owns a white Mercedes is a criminal by definition.
Honestly, why do intellectuals always have to see everything in blacks and whites? It's coming here.
Who is? Destiny? Destry? No, that's George Marshall.
Argo.
Victoria meets son of Destry. Or Destiny.
Starring Abbott and Costello.
How did you know?
I'm not such a bad learner, am I, darling?
It's for you, Jen. Hello, Gordon.
Vicky.
For me, what?
May I?
That flourish in your pride. Beware, beware, keep your guard.
It must be. How marvellous! It's a beauty!
There's a card with it.
To my favourite journalist in Fleet Street, from an unknown admirer.
How splendid.
I can't keep it, can I?
Why not?
Well, Jen, you must know who sent it.
I haven't got the vaguest notion. Oh, it's a mistake, it must be.
There you are, you see. It's a perfect illustration of a real kitsch situation. Big car drives up. Present from an unknown stranger. Elementary von Sternberg.
Did you do somebody a favour?
It always works.
Well, who are you ringing?
You do know, then.
No, Mum.
Ah, the infallible reflex action. When in doubt, call none eaten.
Another quid on the phone
For
bill.
instant approval.
Hello, Mum. Hey, Mum, are you all right? Listen, the most extraordinary thing's just happened. This big car draws up, chauffeur gets out, rings the bell, and delivers this super typewriter.
Now, just wait for the inevitable maternal doubt.
Isn't it exciting? You've got what? A cold? Oh, what What a nuisance, Mum. Have you seen Dr. Knight? Yes, I will come up really soon, Mum. It's just that the column's keeping me so busy, you see. No, as soon as possible, Mum. Roy? No, not a thing. A bit woozy this morning. Yes, I know she's back from honeymoon. Ask her what? Oh, Roy, you have to be joking. Don't worry, I'll think of a name before conference. Yes, you send Alec. You won't mind asking her how it feels. Right. Oh, honestly, how does that wreck keep his job? I've got to think of somebody. I suppose I could always fall back on dear old Twiggy. I think I'll take a stroll up to the library. Jenny J's office? Yes? Who is it? I can't quite make it out. Oh, here, look. Go up to the library and get that stuff for me. Hello?
Hello, my name's Barnes.
What?
Sidney Barnes. I hope you didn't mind me sending round my little present.
Who did you...
Barnes, I'm a very sincere admirer of yours, Jenny. Forgive me calling you Jenny, but I happen to think you're a very, very great journalist, and that's my honest and sincere opinion.
Mr. Barnes,
I know. You're not the sort of girl who accepts typewriters from strangers. Well, of course you're not. Your boyfriend might misunderstand, right?
Mr. Barnes, if you'll just give me...
Listen, Jenny, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the typewriter back without fuss. I promise you, but will you do me the honour of having a cup of tea with me now? Wait a minute, that's not too much to ask. Is it just a friendly cup of tea on neutral ground? If you don't feel safe, bring Mr. Fenton along.
Gordon, but how on earth do you know
Jenny,
about...
when I do things, I don't do them via halves. Believe me, all right. 5 o'clock suits you?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Barnes, but today's quite out of the question.
Well, tomorrow, then, 5 o'clock at the Towers. I'll send my driver over to your office to pick you up.
What, the white Mercedes?
It's a deal, then, is it? Bring along anyone you like to, and thanks for being so kind to a stranger, Jenny.
He's a joker. How hysterical.
Countess Alexandra Fledinov.
Daughter of the minister, betrothed to Colonel Adraxi.
Countess, we congratulate you. Colonel Adraxi is a very lucky man.
You have another little pastry?
No, thanks.
You're looking after your figure. Clever girl. You know, you're a lot more attractive than that photograph in the paper. Well, he doesn't do you proper credit.
Look, what puzzles me is how did you find my address?
Yeah, how did I find out about Gordon Fenton? He's a very good poet, that lad, isn't he? He's very intellectual. I like brains, and he's got brains like you. Now, getting to know you was worth a lot to me, Jenny.
Why?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Maybe I just want to be your friend. A whim. Thing is, you see, I can afford to indulge my whims. Now, I came up the hard way. You understand, very hard. You follow, my dad had a bicycle shop in Balham, so I started with nothing. And now, well, I got this interlocking group of companies, the Sidney Barnes group of companies, you've heard of them, right? And I got my fingers in quite a few pies.
Are you a millionaire, by any chance?
Oh, it's a Jenny J interview type question, isn't it? See, I do read your stuff. Now, I doubt whether the dozen or so men who are in my position could tell you to within a pound how much they're worth. I just see something and I go straight for it, and that's how I built up my business. Swimming pools, that was my breakthrough. Do you know how many people in this country want their own swimming pool? In this climate, you'd be surprised. Then the bread and butter is my complex of travel agencies, of course, Southern Tours, you've heard of them, right? Jenny, you ever want to go anywhere, I mean anywhere, you just name it and you're there. I mean Bermuda, Mexico, do you fancy that?
Useful chap to know, I must say.
You say the place, you're there already. You're as good as there. It's done, it's on the house. And then, of course, the real money's in property. That's where real money is. You know that new office block, Old Street, 38 stories, well, one of my companies just bought the majority shareholding in that. I got great plans for that building. And we stopped right there. We cut 9:10 bell. Sydney, you're out. No, I'm boring you. I'm sorry, that's the way my mind works.
It's quite fascinating, actually.
You know what fascinates me? Finding out when you're going to have dinner with me. Now, I see us together next Saturday. Saturday all right for you?
No, I'm sorry, but this weekend's out. I'm going up north to see my mother.
Oh, yes. Lives in Nuneaton, don't she?
Now, how did you know that?
Yeah, a bit lonely for her up there, isn't it? A widow, on a pension, right?
So one tries to help out. Are you married?
Me? Good question. Divorced. Now, I've got a question for you. You tell me, is there anything in this world, in the whole world, that you want more than anything else? Now, quickly, name it.
What do you mean, like a sort of game?
Yeah, that's right, a game. Tell me.
I'd like to work for the Sunday Times.
Right, that can be arranged.
Oh, can it? Well, just like that?
Well, I'll put out a few feelers. Lord Thompson and I sit on quite a few boards together. And I'll mention you to him.
Oh, look, no, I couldn't. I mean, I wasn't really...
Well, Jenny, why not? Look, what are friends for?
For when your time is past and gone, you care no more for you. And in the place
Mrs. McIntosh says having colour TV has given her a new lease of life.
Now, let's tot it up. Telephone account, quarterly rates and mortgage. No electricity bill.
Of course, by the time they're being the price of sets down to my range, I should be too old to enjoy it.
Gas?
Oh, no, love, I can pay that myself.
How much?
£2 something.
Oh, it must be more than that, Mum.
No, I don't think so. Oh, I'm not worried, really.
Where's the bill?
Isn't it there, then?
I'll make it 6.
They've given you that raise, have they?
No, not yet.
Well, they ought to have done the way you work for those people. It's a proper disgrace. That paper's read by millions. Mind you, I dare say it isn't all toil and sweat.
What do you mean?
Oh, watch, I'm prying to your private life. Don't worry. Just hope you're not getting in with the wrong sort of people.
Wrong sort of... But, Mum, you know I always tell you about my friends.
Suppose when you get to be my age, you forget what it's like to be young.
Come off it, Mum. You're only 60.
60 is as 60 does.
Look, what are you trying to say, Mum?
Nothing. It's just that... Well, after that last telephone call from you, I had to cry myself to sleep.
Oh, Mum.
Very hurtful, some of the things you said.
Not the bloody bingo again.
Oh, that's the way your friends in London talk, is it? Thank you.
Hello? Hello? You? Well, how on earth did you find me in this neck of the woods?
Forgive me, Jenny. I was having to drive north for a meeting, so I thought I'd drop in on you and your mum. Would I be welcome for a friendly little cup of char? Listen, don't get into no trouble, because I can only stay for a couple of minutes, see? But I just, well, I thought I'd like to say hello to your mum. You're not going to turn me down now, are you, eh?
Well, I don't know what to say. I suppose it's all right. Do you know the address? In 10 minutes. Well, all right.
Somebody coming round? Now? Friend of yours?
Well, you're not a friend exactly. Bit of a joke, really. An admirer.
Oh, what?
Well, that's what he calls himself, an admirer. He's a millionaire, actually. I'm being pursued by a millionaire, Mum.
See, what I am, Mum, is I'm a salesman of ideas. I'm in the ideas business, like our Jenny here.
Well, you don't do so badly selling yourself, Sidney.
Oh, well, that's it, you see. Now, you've got to sell yourself before you can sell anything else. If you can sell yourself, you can sell anything in the world.
Well, that's always right.
Part of the pattern, Mum. Same again.
Mr. Barnes?
Yeah?
London from Mr. Barnes.
Yeah, all right. I've been expecting this. It's my broker from London. I'll be back in a trace.
Well, that's...
I think it's very funny, don't you? I mean, it's a joke.
Bit pushing. What's he after?
Well, he isn't after anything. He just admires my writing. He's very outgoing and direct. Acting spontaneously. Which is more than can be said for some people I know.
Gordon? You know what I think about him? Does he know about...
Oh, of course not.
Oh, I see.
Well, he's not exactly Gordon's type, is he? I mean, a girl's got to have a bit of, well, fun now and again. Besides, it is harmless. I bet if the truth be known, he hasn't got a friend in the world.
Oh, he seems very good-natured, I must say. I mean, bringing me those lovely roses. He didn't even know me. It must have cost at least £3.
And he likes to spread it around, he says.
There's no peace for the wicked, is there? Your brand I trust, madame. Say nothing, shush, your trainer is watching. We should let you have another one.
Well, I think I'd better be getting off home. If you two...
Oh, no, I'll come back with you, Mum.
Yeah, you see, I've got to be in Manchester by 9:30. I'll drop you both off. Do you know something about our little Jenny here? Our little girl, she's very, very lucky to have a mother like you, and she knows it too. Anyone can see that.
Well, it's nice of you to say so.
Trouble is, young girls these days, they don't appreciate their parents. I've got a grown-up daughter of my own, and I know. You ought to come down to London more often.
Funny you should say that. It can get a bit lonely living up here all on one's own. But trips to London cost money.
Oh, I know. The cost of living something's shocking, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my card, and the next time you want to come down to London to see our Jenny, you ring me, and I fixed it for you. I'll send my car for you.
I couldn't.
Oh, don't you want to see me again, Mum? I thought you did, even if our Jenny here doesn't.
What are you waiting for?
Come on. What's the matter with you? She's only a woman.
Isn't it marvellous?
Super.
What's the matter? Oh, your mind's elsewhere, I can tell.
Rubbish.
Oh, gosh, I've had it. Actors. Oh. When they're not telling ludicrous lies about themselves, they're chasing around the furniture.
But you got your copy.
800 words about all the dialogue they can muster. After that, they just keep on repeating themselves. Ugh. Gosh, what's that?
Came for you this morning. The vase came with it.
Oh, how lovely. Well,
who do you think?
Oh, no, another thing I've got to keep from prying eyes. Oh, look, love, will you keep them in your room for the time being?
Gordon coming round. Look, don't you think you better tell him?
Whatever for, did he fly off the handle? Besides, it's all quite innocent. He's only been here once.
Only once when you were here.
Only once when I...
Look, honey, don't be so naive. He comes round all the time.
What?
He bought these flowers, right? While you've been away, he and Victoria have had quite a few little cozy get-togethers.
I had no idea. I really hadn't. Well, what's he want with Victoria?
Oh, it's you. Don't worry. He wants, I don't know, her help, I suppose.
He doesn't do things by halves, does he?
That's what I mean.
Oh, look, I hardly know the man. I'm just spinning it along. I can snip it any time I like.
I know it's got to stop, Jenny. I know. I invited you up here to the office about it, didn't I? Come and have a look at this view. You ever see a view like this? They really know how to look after you at the towers, don't they?
Sidney?
Now, come on, take a look at this.
Sidney, this isn't really your office, is it?
Well, because I don't bother myself with filing cabinets and typists and desks, that's all I need, a telephone. Telephone and a clear head. Look, I don't know what these girls at the flat have been telling you.
They haven't told me anything. All I know is that you've been very kind, but now it's...
No, I haven't been kind. I'm not kind. I'm a terrible opportunist. You can believe that. If I'm after something, I don't let nothing stand in my way. But in this particular case, I've done what I've done because I just happen to think you're terrific. And that's the whole story. You don't believe me? I hope. You're right. I have been building up to something. Well, don't stand at the back of the hall. Come in the ring. Here goes. How would you like to work for me?
Work for you, but I thought the whole...
What are they paying you now at the Daily Echo? I don't want to know. Don't tell me I'll pay you half as much again to head up a public relations department for my group of companies.
Me, a PRO? Oh, you have to be joking, Sidney.
Right, it'll only be temporary if that's the way you want it. But look, you're not happy at the Daily Echo. Now, you told me that. Now, heading up a public relations department for me, that'll be a holiday for you. Will be like a holiday, won't it? Meantime, I work on Lord Thompson. No, seriously, I'll clinch the deal and you join the Sunday Times.
You've got great gifts of persuasion, Sidney, I admit it. I mean, you asked me to say goodbye and the next thing...
Don't give me your decision now. I wouldn't take it. If you gave it to me now, I wouldn't listen because I can wait. That's my secret. You're learning all my secrets. I can wait. I'm a very, very patient man, Jenny. I take a few gambles, true, but hasty I am not. You go home and you think it over. You give your mother a ring. Why don't you do that? Ask her what she thinks. Really. you know there's a view going to waste here? They're all waiting down here, the people, to see you come to the window. Come and rub your eyeballs over this. Come on, come on. Have a look at that.
Yes, it is a nice view.
It is a nice view, isn't it? You could work up here if you wanted. Yeah, you could bring your friends up here, anything, all part of the deal. And half as much again as you're getting now.
Well, I'll think it over, Sidney, but I don't hold out much hope. Oh, and there's something else I've been meaning to tell you. I'm going to send back that typewriter and the vase and the bracelet.
And a bracelet, and I promise not to call at the flat and embarrass you by calling them when you're not there. Is that a deal? We're both happy? Okay?
Well, then, thanks for everything,
there's
Sid.
one, little thing. Nearly forgot. You can do yourself a favour. And your paper. Now, look, Jenny, when you want to leave somewhere, always leave at the top. I know the press. I've got a little exclusive for you.
Photographs? But that's hardly my...
That's the new portable fridge that one of my companies is bringing out. That's portable, you know, for camping and for the bed sits and bars, boats. Sensation. Now, you know that female you're having trouble with runs the woman's page.
Barbara Letchworth. I used to be her assistant.
Now, you give her these pictures, do you see? Don't fight her. Get her on your side. That's the secret. Butter her up. You give her these. They're exclusive. You'll have her eating out of your hand, and I'll keep the other papers off the scent, and that's a promise.
Well, I don't know. You see, it's...
I nearly forgot something for you. Have I got something for you? I have. Yes, I have. Look at this. And I nearly forgot. Oh, what's that?
Oh,
can I have that Santa Claus?
No,
no, really.
Because
I don't want it. It's horrible. Horrible little light. No, you take it. It's such a little pleasure to me from my...
Walls cinnamon, doors olive. Doors will take 2 coats.
Yes, I suppose they will. The landlord's having it done, is it?
Search me.
You're doing it for Miss J? It's funny she never mentioned.
She must be the lady who left the key under the mat.
You haven't met her? Look, I think there must be some mistake.
Mistake? Can't be any mistake. Mr. Barnes has been round here twice to supervise. Colours and that. Doors olive.
Who's Mr. Barnes?
It's a Lulu jacket. Took their heads off, both of them. Fantastic quotes. Talk about putting up a front. Oh, this is going to blow Roy's mind. Happiest marriage in the business, I should, Coco.
Jenny,
What's the matter?
I thought you'd already seen features. It's Trouble from Barbara.
What about?
She's been raising the blooming roof with Roy. Those so-called exclusive pictures you gave her. It seems those fridges aren't even on the market yet. She's had readers on the phone all day, not to mention the advertising departments.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Well, according to Barbara, some firms booked space for the domestic appliance exhibition. You know, the supplement. Well, now they want to cancel the ads. Something about putting up a front. Someone's pulled a fast one on you, Jenny, at least...
OK, calm down. Just get me that flaming towers.
That would be Barbara now. She said to come and see her the moment you... Jenny J's office? Oh, yes, Mr. Fenton, she's here.
Gordon, look, love, you've hit me right in the middle of a blasted office crisis. Painters? Well, I don't know. Look, couldn't we discuss it tonight? What? Oh, look, love, I meant to tell you about that. It's just someone I've done a few favours for, and now he's probably... What? Oh, look, love, I really can't jabber on now. No, it's just business. No, of course I've never been out with him. I wouldn't be seen dead with... Oh, God, look, if you're going to be so fantastically suspicious about everything I do, why don't you call him? He's got an office at the Towers. Yes, that's right, the blasted... Look, Gordon, I will not discuss it now. I'll ring you... Gordon? Oh, Nichols.
He's not there.
Who isn't?
Well, Sid Barnes, isn't it?
Sidney? You know Sid Barnes?
Listen, Jenny, I haven't been quite honest with you. He came to the office and offered me £50 just for your phone number. He had it in his hands. 10 fivers, just for your phone number and address. Of course, I didn't take it. But I did tell him. I thought it was a sort of joke.
Yes, it was. Get him on the phone.
I just tried. He's not there.
Well, get him at home. You've got his home number, haven't you? Come to think of it, there's more than I've got.
Jenny, you must know that I can explain all this to you. Look, haven't I always been honest with you?
In business, you have got to take risks. You understand? By publishing those pictures, we stole a march on our competitors. Of course they're mad at us, but 3 things. Look at this. It's still an exclusive for your paper, right? Right. I didn't lie to you, did I? Check. For what you did for me, you've got a parcel of shares coming to you. Do you know that? Those shares of a company I've got that's going public, they'll be up 2 bob in a month. You'll make yourself £200 or £300 without doing a hand's
I don't want any shares. I mean, you've done me a few favours, all right.
Haven't I always been straight with you, Jenny?
You're not really divorced, are you, Sid?
Divorced? Separated, yeah. Didn't I tell you?
Well, I had to get hold of you in a hurry this afternoon. You gave Jackie this number.
So you phoned and so Mrs. Barnes answered. So what? Jenny, Estelle and I haven't lived together as man and wife for years. We stay under the same roof as a matter of convenience for the sake of the children. Jenny, have I ever made a pass at you?
Sid, you bribed my secretary.
One thing at a time, Jenny, give me a chance. You be fair. I'm a man. I've been tempted many, many times, and I admit that to you. I don't deny it, but I respect you. I admire your brains. I admire your talent. And there's someone else in your life, and I respect that. I never take anything that doesn't belong to me. I may have done some terrible things in my time, Jenny. In my business, you have to do that to stay on top. But I've got my principles. Anyway, you like me a little bit, don't you?
Sid, if you want to do me a real favour, love, just get out of my life. I mean it. I know you mean well, but it's got to stop. You can see that, can't you? I know you want to do things for me, Sidney, and well, there is something exciting about the way you operate. Well, I all thought it was all a big joke at first, but now...
You don't think so now?
No.
That's good. That's good. That's very good. Come in now. That's very good indeed.
What's the matter?
I am getting out of your life, Jenny, for your sake. You don't never have to see me no more. We will forget about the public relations job. You'll be with the Sunday Times anyway. I've been doing a bit of plotting behind the scenes, and I'm not supposed to tell you this, but he's had his eye on you for some time, Lord Thompson.
Oh, but Sid, that's marvellous.
Yeah, well, thing is, I might be going abroad for a bit, see, because you've hit me pretty hard, Jenny, that's the truth.
But we hardly know each other.
Yeah. Let me explain something to you, dear. See, a group of companies like mine, it's like a child's set of blocks. One hard knock, the whole lot goes over. Now, I'm going to let you go, don't worry about that. But the pity of it is, the irony of it, is just now you could have done me a favour. Do you fancy the car?
What?
The white Merc. I can't use it anymore. Belongs to a company that we had to wind up because the holding company was taken over by this conglomerate and they need a carryover tax loss. So, say the word is yours.
I couldn't take your car, Sidney. I'm sorry.
OK, that's fine. No. You doubt my sincerity and I've seen this coming.
What favour?
Someone's put you against me, haven't they?
No, nobody's done anything.
Gordon. Not even Gordon.
Oh, I can handle Gordon. Now, what favour?
Favour? Oh, nothing. I wanted to know the date an article was coming out in your paper.
What article?
Huh? Aston March, one of his columns.
Oh, on the city page?
Yeah, well, he's just city editor, isn't he?
He's nice, Aston March. A real daddy figure.
Yeah, well, he's doing a piece on one of these companies I'm involved with, you see. I mean, I know Aston March personally. I could ask him myself. I played a few rounds of golf with him, but you know what he's like. You might think it's unethical.
Well, what's unethical about the date of an article? People ask me all the time.
I'll be straight with you, Ginny. That's all I want to know is the date. You see, if I know the day before, I can unload these shares. Now, that won't affect the ordinary shares, not at all. But the A shares will take a little time.
Sidney,
That's a bit too technical for you, is it? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Forget about it. Forget I said it. Here. I've got a surprise for you. Wait. What has Sidney got for Jenny? Look at this.
Oh,
it's not for you. You can't have it. It's for your mum. You've got to take them to her, though.
Mum?
Your mum.
Here?
Yeah, well, I put her up for the weekend, didn't I?
Oh.
Hey?
Oh, Mum, are the towels?
She's next door. Why shouldn't your old mum put her feet up for a change, eh?
Oh, isn't it fantastic, Mum? You and the towers.
I know. I can hardly believe it myself. Oh, Jenny, Sid's been so kind. Don't tell Jenny, he said. Let's keep it as a nice little surprise for her. He arranged everything. Even sent a car up to Nuneaton for me.
Oh, but it is nice, isn't it, Mum? You and I having our own little secret together.
Yes. Oh, he knows how to do things in style, your Sid. What's the matter?
Well, he's hardly my Sid.
Oh, Jenny, I'm broad-minded. Well, I know you're not married to him yet.
Mum, what did he tell you?
Oh, he's a good-hearted boy, Jenny. You know, he's going to let me have some of those shares. You know, well, they're cheap or something. Then he's going to tell me when to sell them so I make a nice little profit for myself. My nest egg, he calls it. And, of course, I mustn't say a word to anyone. And then he says I ought to come up and live in London. Well, I mean, he can see how lonely I am down there at that bungalow all by myself. Just me and Max. Well, Sid's got his eye on this little house at Barnet. We could have it divided into 2 flats, he says. One for me and one for you. I won't get in your way, Jenny. I'd never do that.
Now, Mum, you're getting too excited.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, in the first place, it's just...
Listen, Sid's on the board of one of those big building societies. He says there won't be any trouble at all about getting a mortgage.
He's a married man.
Separated. Anyway, that Gordon, he's married. I can't see him getting a divorce.
No.
Mark my words, love. A mother has an instinct in these things. The only reason Sid hasn't proposed is because he's decent. He can't bring himself to. Well, not until you've sorted yourself out with Gordon. He may be a millionaire, but he knows how to behave. He tells me he's never even kissed you.
Would you like some more wine, Mum?
Thanks. Oh, Jenny. I only want what's best for you. You know that, don't you? Well, I mean, you do find it exciting being with Sid, don't you? I mean, you couldn't fool your mother over a thing like that, now could you?
Are we safe here?
I hope so. There must be a brook somewhere.
The Goldbirch Brook.
You know this forest?
It belongs to me.
Do you like it, darling? Hey, I'll get Bradshaw to bring you around a case of this stuff in the morning.
Sidney, when I said no more presents, I meant no more.
No, why not? I can get it wholesale, you see.
Oh, you are larger than life, Sidney. That's what I like about you. You're just larger than life.
Jenny, I love you. You know that, don't you?
Now, you just behave yourself.
I've got the information you wanted from us in March, date of publication.
Oh, to be honest, I've forgotten all about that.
He's running that article on Hemlock Constructions on Friday.
Friday. Difficult, was it?
Oh, I could twist Aston March around my little finger. I felt like a beautiful spy. It was a super fantasy. Aren't you pleased?
Jenny, listen, I've got to be honest with you. Jenny, I've got something to tell you. You know that first time well, you know when I sent round the typewriter? It wasn't just because I liked your column. A couple of weeks before, I'd seen you coming out of a restaurant with Gordon, banging on his arm. And, I get these sudden passions, Jenny. I'm a very passionate man.
Where are you now?
I was sat there in my car and it hit me, seeing you come out of that restaurant laughing. Jenny, that I had to have you.
Megalomania.
As a friend.
That is what I like about you, Sidney. You really are just larger than life.
You'll probably never forgive me for what I'm going to do. Jenny, I'm taking a gamble. Now listen, you trust me, don't you? I mean, I've earned your trust, haven't I?
Come on.
It's Gordon. He's no good for you, love.
Oh.
Well, we wrote to him, you see. One of my companies that I'm involved with, that is, and we offered him 450 quid for his car.
For his car? But he's only got a clapped A35.
You know that. Gordon knows that. I know that. And he replied by return of post. I mean, he knows about us by now, doesn't he?
But this is to Trucombe Limited.
Oh, yeah, but I signed the cheque. I mean, if he'd sent that cheque back, Jenny, I wouldn't be here now. You wouldn't see me for dust. But I'm not leaving you for a fellow who'd flog you for 450 quid.
Let me think a moment.
Believe me, Jenny, I couldn't tell you no lies. I've got to tell you something else. For a start, I'm not really separated, legally.
Yes, I know that.
Because I can't be. It's my eldest boy. Well, he keeps getting these headaches. And the doctors think that it might be a tumour.
Oh, Sid, I'm dreadfully sorry.
I know, well, it's a shocking burden, you see. I can't flake off, can I?
Oh, no, don't you say
he's my
anymore.
son.
No, it's all right. Don't you say anymore.
I'll get the house for you, Jenny. I will. I'll get it for you and your mum.
Oh, I think you're the kindest man I ever met.
I need you so much, Jenny. I've had such a hard struggle all my life. I'm so desperate.
No, that's all right, love. It's all right.
Oh, Jenny, I do want you.
Well, why not? I'm a free agent, aren't I?
Not if you're not sure now, love. I want you to be sure, see?
Am I not to be shot?
No.
But I want to be shot. I hate you all. I despise you. You're red vermin. Long live Russia!
Trouble is, Jenny, Aston March went up to see the proprietor over my head.
Why? It wasn't important.
I should have thought that business with the fridge picks would have taught you a lesson.
I told you, Mr. Barnes is quite prepared to clear up that misunderstanding with Barbara. It was only a question of timing.
Barbara has never heard of Mr. Barnes. And what's more, nor has Aston March.
Well, then they haven't done their homework. Everyone knows the Sidney Barnes group of companies.
Do they? Have you looked them up in the Stock Exchange Index?
Well, no, but he's a millionaire and he's got...
And he keeps a room at the Towers and drives a white Mercedes.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that spying on your employees was exactly...
Oh, belt up, Jenny. What a silly cow you are. Dear me, I don't get sudden whims to fire my best people. You used to be so ambitious. As far as I can ascertain, your friend has a car hire firm and a share in his father-in-law's decorating business. That fridge company belongs to a client of his who's meanwhile gone bust. Oh, he dabbles in a few things, love, but basically Sidney Barnes is, well, a con man.
Well, I don't believe it. I'm sorry, but I don't. So when do you want me to leave?
Today, Jenny. Maybe later on we can get together on a freelance basis.
No, I doubt it. I'm about to be offered a position on the Sunday Times.
I'll look forward to reading you.
A woman is a branchy tree, and man's a clinging vine. And
You are a terror, Sid, really.
I'm dead common, Mum. It's my trouble. I've got no education, no culture. Mind you, I regret that.
But he's got a heart of gold.
Oh, some people wouldn't say so. Gordon sent the cheque back, did I tell you?
Bit late in the day, I should have thought.
Yeah. Oh, and he wants to kill me, too. Yeah, he's seen too many of them old movies, right? Yeah, he wants to put a little bullet through my temple. Well, say something, love.
Bang, bang.
Why can't he take it like a man? That's what I want to know.
How do you know all this, Sid?
Well, young Jackie told me, didn't she? He's been onto her, old Gordon.
Your secretary?
She's not my secretary anymore, is she?
I like to keep track of people who help me, Mum.
Not still worrying about losing that job, are you, dear? Sid's going to get you a much better one on the, the Times.
Sunday Times, Mum. Yeah, negotiations still on the boil. Oh, a word in the ear, the man you're having dinner with tonight.
I'm having dinner with?
Didn't I tell you? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight, my boy.
Oh, Sid, I'm sorry. I should have asked before. How is Alfred?
Well, he's better, Mum. They say he's better, but he gets so frightened, over night time particularly. I have to be with him now and again.
He needs you tonight, does he?
Jenny, how can you be so heartless?
I didn't even know this bloody man's name.
Well, not to worry, love, it's Calb. K-A-L-B, Calb. He's a very nice fella, just be nice to him, you know. He's a mate of mine, otherwise I wouldn't ask you to do it. And, he's a very big fish with Dutch Consolidated. I mean, there's a very big deal, could depend on this, millions. He's a personal friend of Lord Thompson's. Mum's the word.
I thought we'd be more comfortable in here.
Oh, quite. Much more comfortable.
Shall we sit down, Jenny? Shall we look at the menu?
In a minute.
Pardon?
There are 3 questions I'd like to ask you first, Mr. Calb. You don't mind?
Questions?
Yes, asking questions used to be my job. Are you with Dutch Consolidated?
That's right. Sales director, Northern Area.
Oh.
Go on.
Well...
No, go on. I mean, I like being quizzed.
Are you connected with the Sunday Times?
Sunday Times? No, it's paint, dear. Dutch Consolidated paint.
I see. Look, what precisely am I supposed to do with you?
Well, didn't Sidney... Well, I mean... Well, that's up to us, really, isn't it?
Of course, I don't mind, Mr. Calb. I just wanted to know.
Well, you see, Sidney and I, well, you see, we have this deal cooking, you see.
And he thought he'd fix you up when you came to London.
You're a very annoying young lady, aren't you?
The train. The train.
Never do a thing like that. I don't care what you say.
No, you don't care what I say.
Don't you get on your high horse with me. First you get yourself sacked. Now you tell me that you're shutting the door on the only decent man who's ever taken a serious interest in you. Boy crazy, that's always been your trouble. Even when you were living at home, if I hadn't kept my eye on you, Sid would never have let you down, he promised.
What else?
What?
He promised you a parcel of shares, and what else?
I won't have you talk to me like this. You're over 21, aren't you? I didn't go to bed with Sid. If you think I'm going to be made the bloody scapegoat for what's happened, you've got another thing coming.
It's all right, Mum. There's no need for a scene.
Well, that's gratitude for you. When I was your age, I had nothing. Nothing.
I thought I was going to have it out with you for once, but I haven't got the courage.
I thought you'd said enough.
Funny thing is, I don't feel a thing. Not a thing. Numb.
What you going to do now?
Get a job.
Run after that Gordon again, no doubt.
If you'll take me.
Oh, he'll take you back all right, dear. He's always known which side his bread was buttered, hasn't he?
And from her branches carelessly he'll take what he can find. He'll take what he can find.
He left those records.
Parting present.
He's off to Wales for a while, he said, to sort himself out.
With his family. What else?
Sid Barnes rang. I told him if he ever showed his face here again, I'd call the cops. Asked me to have tea with him at the Towers.
What the bloody hell am I going to do, love?
Oh, look. You're a good journalist and the rent has to be paid, right? How was it in New Neaton?
Oh, this time I've had it out with her.
You have?
Mm-hmm. She won't interfere anymore. This time she really got the message. Well, it was a sort of game, I suppose. A couple of giggling typists in the girls' loo. That's it. A game.
And who won?
Oh, he lost. Old Sid. He's the real loser. I'm sure about that.
Are you? Why?
Well, he didn't start out like that. But in the end, he did fall in love with me. Otherwise, why should he go to so much for so little?
for you, Nuneaton.
Hello, Mum. Yes, I'm meant to ring and apologise, but I've only just this minute got in. Yes, I'm sorry about the things I said.